And that's what it looks like Karas is going to opt into here because it's going to be good for big game team fighting. There's a lot of peel here. Get a little bit of prio mid early. Brion need to control Drakes in this game. Make sure that this Heimerdinger doesn't get out of control. Setup on the Drake is going to be so hard for Brion because running to Varus poke, excuse me.
Yep, and I think that Effort will have a fair bit of power in that early stage of the game. We'll see how they do as we hop onto the Rift for our first game of the day. 10 CS the difference. The Jhin actually laning very well alongside this Karma so far in the early game, but really not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to any advantages or anything like that. Bit of a gentleman's agreement between the two squads.
Yeah, you know, normally in the old days, a game state like this, we wouldn't start talking about how it's calm at 5 minutes. It's still pretty early, right? But with Lucian Nami and the level 3s we've seen all season long,
Okay, Peanut, right.
6.
Cease and desist is going to come in there as now Effort trying to get out. Chovy looking to make his way in, lands the chains. Emperor's Divide is going to push him all the way under the turret though, and the first blood will go to Peanut. Karas goes down as well. It's a double. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Doran solo kills Morgan. Oh yeah, this is huge. Morgan going to dive into the pit as Peanut's very low. He's going to be taken out immediately. Eye is secured by Doran as he's now looking to try and get out. Not going to be able to do so as Permafrost comes in. So 2 kills for the secure of the Eye.
Both
opportunistic,
of them,
one could say.
Yeah, and both of them go to Morgan. So Gen G felt like they had enough space here to actually pull this off. But Chovy isn't back to lane just yet. His TP, as I was mentioning, is just coming up, so he can't instantly go back. So we're going to watch this solo kill here. Yeah, like I mentioned, he's pretty low. And then, yeah, Counter-Strike here not going to do you any favors. Doran kills him with the ult.
Yeah. Doesn't flash, doesn't leap strike. Just don't really worry about it.
This is pretty well handled here from Karas. Stays to the top side of this turret, knocks Chovy back. Chovy's reaction time so quick here, the timing of it also pulls him in. Trying to keep this wave in a nice spot here towards his turret.
Oh dear, okay.
Instant reaction there after he drops the ward. You'll pay that ward.
Absolutely. That's a high value ward. Yeah. Does immediately turn into money for Doran. But Morgan is going to say thank you for allowing me to keep my flash, Mr. Ward.
Yep.
As Peanut is just thinking about doing it again. Umpty clearing out vision. They know exactly what's going on. Counter-Strike going to be used as now Peanut makes his way forward. The Grand Challenge has been issued. We'll see whether they can actually get it, and they do. But the Fiora already falls down, and Umpty.
And they will actually wrestle control away of this zone, have the Drake prio with a Heimerdinger. And Bro are really trying to set up these rushes where they punish somebody, but it's not that kind of comp. Yeah, unless it's a Heimer.
Exactly right. Deadly Flourish is going to help lock Delight down even further. Emperor's Divide comes in, but it's a little late to save the little Yordle. Karas just get interrupted. Peanut, nice bit of damage there as Umpty's going to come on down.
Fiora up here topside, despite those kills going to Morgan, Doran is just outplaying him. He's a level down, and he's going to take this turret out and maybe look for more.
Yeah, I think Morgan may be dead. As, all right, Counter-Strike does come in. The flash comes out, and he gets over the wall. All right, Doran, let's see whether you can chase him down. He'll settle for the ward, I guess, pretty quickly in favor of Gen G right now. And they have one of these compositions that gets very powerful at about this stage of the game.
Yeah.
You know, 2 items spiked for pays, very, very large. Chovy, as soon as he picks up his Zonya's, extremely strong. As Umpty's going to get turned on there. Cease and desist, the chains will connect as well. The ult comes through from Delight, and that's going to help secure the kill as Pays picks it up. As Bro, they don't care about no dragons. They are going straight towards this Baron pit. We might be flipping for the game. I mean, right here,
what other
4 minutes.
What other choice do you have?
Precisely. Morgan's just dead, but Bro are on the Baron. They're not on the Baron anymore. They've left the Baron.
Run!
Its Fire Shield comes through as Chovy is hurting them. What? Goodbye, Chovy. Flashes out, says, I don't want to fight 4 people by myself.
There's a lot of CC, and there wasn't really a great way for the rest of the team to follow him without also expending their flashes there. It would have been risky. They would have to use their cooldowns. And the turn could have been there where, you know, you have Umpty and Karas ulting, Henna flourishes, he can do damage from a really far ways away, so
certainly going to get destroyed as Peanut. Deadly Flourish does land, Vault Breaker onto Umpty. Trying to get some work done here, but doesn't really work. Arctic Assault, very similar to Vault Breaker, and was utilized nicely there to lock him down. But he's Still above 50% health. Umpty cannot boast the same thing as he just explodes. The Vibe picks him up, cease and desist. Going to be used onto Karis. It's a double kill already for the jungler. Chovy picks up one. And now Doran and Morgan fighting once again. The lunge comes through. 3 kills for Gen G. They'll go to the Baron. Making sure, because of course, it's a best of 3, right? You know, if you get enough information on the weaknesses of your opposition in game 1, use that to win games 2 and 3. I'd say it's 100% worth it.
Ana gets blue side, maybe gets to play Lucian.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Chovy looking to dash out of the way of this one. 4 members are here, but he goes golden. Azonya's going to be employed beautifully. The Varus picks up the Azir on the back end, and Chovy is still alive. He connects another chain onto Umpty. It's a double kill for Paze. Henna is running for his life, but the challenge has been issued, and it's not even much of one of those. Gen G will now barrel down mid lane. And I don't know who you're going to vote for as far as POG. Maybe it's Peanut?
Yeah.
Probably Peanut.
It's Peanut. I put him down. I mean, he had such a great early game, and his shot calling around those early vision setups he had were so good.
He's 6-1 and 4 as well. The man is very, very strong as Gen G roll over the top of Brion in game number 1.
It's a lot, and then occasionally accidentally kill people on team fights.
That's kind of how it felt to me as well. You can see Karis did the majority of his damage in the early game. From that point on,
I think he's going to play a Kali Atlas.
I think it's the most. Oh, never mind. I like how we're getting excited.
That one.
We're getting excited about Corki Azir.
I know.
Oh my God, it's Corki Azir. Together. Interesting stuff. Let's hop on to the Rift. In a bit of the Corki, but good to see it. Peanut's going to make his way over though, as Karis is going to shift some sand, get himself out of the way. Absolutely fine. Uses a chunk of his mana.
Aggressively pressure this Maokai.
Well, twisted advance for Umpty. That control ward just being a little bit frustrating, I guess. Peanut gets the ping down.
And we jest, but this is Fred Brion putting a lot of pressure on. Umpty comes over here, deals with that control ward, trying to shove Chovy out of lane here.
Both of those things were true. As all right, grenade will connect. A lot of damage onto Effort here as level 5 was hit, and oh, the last B will connect. And that is going to be first blood going over to Delight, as Delight is now just going to stand in front of Paze, soak all of these bullets. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that little hat. Oh, man. Does not care. Yeah, mainly because they're calling their bottom lane up. You can see Henna actually walked away from that turret, assuming that Paze was going to make his way back. But no, he's towards this mid lane. Bro, setting up for it. Morgan, great Narbar right now as the Nature's Grasp comes in. Gen G are just going to turn though and immediately get rid of the Nari. Can't even go Mega. Poor Morgan. As teleport towards that bottom lane, Henna got 1 turret plate. It's not a massive amount. And Chovy now just going to come back and grab even more farm.
Yep. Rift Herald probably going to be given to him too. So want to accelerate the Corki as fast as possible. We're going to have to leave you out to dry.
Well, there's an ulti from Doran going all out into Morgan here as Peanut will dive forward, finds himself the Cyclone. Morgan's running for the hills. We'll see whether Doran's got enough dashes to chase after him. The Meganar is coming in relatively soon. Dash number 1 comes through. Q1 comes through as well.
Nar coming up.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Bunch of health back and ring around the rosy. Successful. The Lord himself will not die in this mode.
Easiest lane to dive because, you know, you've got a Azir with flash in mid, so tough to actually set the Herald up there, so they went for the greedy play for the easy Herald money for Doran, but he actually holds it off for now. Now that the Narbar is done, though.
If at first you don't succeed, Wolf, you try, and you try again.
Peanut has flash, might not need it.
Morgan may just die. He's gonna do the same thing again. He's doing the same thing again.
Morgan's really loving the Year of the Rabbit with all these hops, man.
Absolutely is. Umpty's going to throw the Nature's Grasp through. There it is, one more time. As the bullet, oh, Paze! He did it for you! Why could you not do it for him as Morgan dies to the turret in the top? I don't know what shenanigans are going on up there.
Top 13 anime betrayals.
Oh yeah, as Paze is now going to try and fight Umpty, but it's not going to work. He's going to get Brambly smashed. I can see it, there it is. I told you. And it happens. Gen G should be able to use this package in order to lock down this Drake, but no, Umpty's going to steal it away. Cyclone doing a lot of damage there to Karis. Emperor's Divide does come through as Chovy delivered a package to them, but now Nature's Grasp to come down yet again. Peanut diving forward one more time, but the Heimerdinger's already dead, and Bro are winning the fight. Oh my goodness! Pace is popping off though, and that is going to be the win, the triple kill in the end.
And he dodges the sapling cherry on top. 4 kills for the Varus now. And this is the Pace we've heard so many stories about. Just wait and see.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he's got that one, and Cole completed as well. Tier coming through, so Muramana will be the next item of choice.
Well, there is the all-out onto Morgan. His Nabar is relatively high, but he's not going to be able to use it. That is going to be Peanut picking up the kill, and this top lane is going from bad to worse for Bro.
Yeah, he's so far away from that Cole too. Purchased it.
It's going down extraordinarily quickly. This could just be Soul Point as there we go. Emperor's Divide is going to try and push them away as Bro look for the escape. But Doran, he can take anyone out of this fight, and he will pull Karis over. 2 of them already dead. Karis follows suit. And now Henna is running for the hills. Morgan also, he's very used to trying to escape as his former teammate is bearing down on him. The Gnar is going to come through though as he tries to crush himself away. And it looks like he will do so. Doran also going to struggle here as that bullet. Of course, they may not necessarily need to, as Genji is just going to wander towards the Baron. And yes, Bro, know that this is happening, but Genji might just be able to stick to this one and just lock it down. Nature's Grasp to come forward here from Umpty. Let's see if that can actually stop any of this from happening as the curtain call is going to come in. Emperor's Divide is flashed by Pace so beautifully, and immediately he just punishes. Doran's going to be taken down as well though, as it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Low health bars on Genji means they don't want to go back in.
Doran's like, man, this guy might steal my POG away.
Well, Henna could just be dead here. He hasn't really been playing much of the game. Outside of this one moment. He's been some bullets from off screen, but that's about it. So, a bit of a sad welcome to doing stuff. Picking on the Fredda Brion weakness, which is that indecisiveness, which is not being able to make the risky plays as Umpty caught in a very predictable position. The all-out comes in, Peanut secures the Drake, and then they take down the tree as well. Oh dear, Genji really starting to roll over this one. Oh man, do you reckon he plays his Moonraker Elite?
Maybe.
Or is he an odd job player? You know?
He lets his opponents play odd job and then still beats them.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Peanut gonna get spotted. Doesn't hit the ward. He instead decides he wants to go in 1v2. And you can't really blame him as he's extraordinarily strong. Ludens is complete here for Chovy as, oh, the knocker! Morgan is going to be able to find Peanut though, and I think he should die. No, never mind. Peanut's immortal. Umpty's going to go down extraordinarily low. Bro are so far behind, they could land everything, and it doesn't even seem to matter. I don't think it will, but imagine if this works, Wolf.
Well, I watched a lot of crazy stuff like that yesterday, so I don't have to imagine too hard, you know?
Look at these kitty cats in the brush. Umpty can just... I mean, he puts down a control ward. He can get in there. There's the Nature's Grasp. Genji, vacate the area.
Do they flip? No, they say no.
Yeah, they're not.
So one specific team could learn from this, but, you know.
Bro do get in there, but Doran, I mean, he now knows that the pajama tree is behind him, and now Umpty's by himself. I have a feeling he will die. He's trying his best to run away, and yeah, he's real dead. Doran's going to pick that one up, and now Genji moved back to the Baron. It was a cute idea. You saw the thought process, it didn't work, and now Genji will probably get Baron and win the game.
It's the Umpty long con play, you know? We've seen it before, it's worked before. It's worked a lot, actually, believe it or not. But in this case, Genji just say it. No, I'm not going to risk it. He ulted, back off, kill him.
Someone should tell KT about what just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One team can learn from this.
Yeah, there is definitely a team that could learn from this. They won't, because they have to break our brains at every opportunity. But this is definitely a good example of how you take an objective without having to risk anything if you have a huge lead. And Genji playing it beautifully, packing now in hand for Chovy.
Kars just disappears.
Yeah, he takes so much damage. Look for these rockets. Not a whole lot of them have been landing on... Oh my god, never mind. Okay, well, now Karis going to take, yeah, 1, 2. Chovy just hanging out, package, going to be taken away, thrown to the heavens. Doran taking a fair bit of damage here. Henna does still do a fair bit as, oh my god, these zoom-ins make it so scary. Oh god, okay, curtain call comes in, only one bullet goes out though as everyone's on the fountain. There is the flash to immediately follow, but It's not going to be enough. Karis finds a decent ulti as Pays goes golden on the fountain and survives as the Nexus is not so lucky. Genji, 2-0 over Bro. We'll check out the damage at the end of the game. Pays still managing to eclipse Chovy, who did almost get double of his opposition, but I think this game was all about Pays.
I mean, there's so much of the game Chovy just wasn't even in the team fights.
No, he just wasn't there. He just he was being a bit of a herbivore this time around.
You love to see it. You love to see Chovy trying to get his KD up there at the end, trying to get the
natural habitat. Natural habitat.
I think.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation. We are here joined by Peanut Pays for the POG interview. Congratulations, guys. Genji is on a streak. How do you feel, Peanut? Yeah, Brion was the undefeated team, so I was a little bit worried, but still, we thought this is a must-win series for us, so we really worked hard for this, and I'm glad that we got the claim to a win. Same, I was a little bit pressured to go up against a team with a winning streak, but I'm glad that we won. And Peanut, yeah, just like you said, Brion was undefeated so far up until you guys met each other. So what did you focus on in this matchup? You know, he's really good at early game rotations and, you know, some kind of iconic, his kind of pathing. So we wanted to be careful about that, and we wanted to be aggressive as much as we can. And today, I think the macro play was one step ahead of Brion. And game number 1, you were the unanimous POG by out-jungling What did you focus on facing up against in the jungle? Well, nothing much like that. I only focused on the champion matchup, you know, what my champion can do up against the opponent's champion. For example, I was advised, so I could be a little bit more proactive compared to the champion played. And Delight was able to stop the losing streak of Heimerdinger. Pays, why do you think he was on a very long losing streak? I don't really. Then let's change this to this way. Like, as an AD carry, what do you think of Heimerdinger support? Is that reliable, or does that add kind of a pressure on you to kind of carry the game? Well, Heimer is really strong in lane, so as an AD carry, I really like it. Got it. And then back to Peanut. In game 2, Corki made his return to the LCK after a very long while. Tell us about it. I mean, Chovy, he has a very, you know, deep champion pool, and it was always viable up against Azir, and Chovy was like, yeah, maybe this isn't Corki angle up against Azir this game. And Peanut, you were just bullying top lane in game 2. Why did you hate on Morgan so much in that game? I mean, I had this plan where I just like play around top side, we'll be able to get a lot of points, and our bottom lane was winning a lot. So I was like, this is maybe, you know, the game that I should play around the top side. I think I should have gotten a lot more kind of wins and better trades there, but it wasn't really that good. And Pays, like, your performance in game 2 was so on point. Your, you know, aggressiveness and also your mechanics were just cherry on top of every team fight. I was kind of always confident, you know, playing the games, but I think I kind of adapted to the low park finally. And Peanut, did you give any advice over to Pays, a very young rookie player? And this is actually a question over to Pays. Did Peanut give you any kind of advice? Peanut, could you help us with that? I was like, you know, let's get this, you know, let's go, let's work hard, and that was it. Your next opponent is Hana Life Esports. And Pays, you're gonna go up against Viper. Peanut, how are you going to prepare for the Hana Life matchup? I mean, Hana Life, they got the world champion lineup, you know, 3 world our champions over there, so we are a little bit worried about it, but we are having more wins than Hana Life, which kind of put us in a really good spot there, so we will do our best to get the win in that series as well. What about you, Paige?
하나 바텀이 되게 잘하는
I
것
think
같은데
Hana Life, their bottom duo is really strong, but we will also work hard in order to get the win. Looking forward to that matchup up against Hana Life Esports, but this will be the end of the interview from Paige, Pina from Genji, and back to the space. Thank you.